Diamond coin to Major Mac. Diamond coin to Major Mac. Get your Pickems in and put your game face on. I'm sorry. That's right, it's Pickem time. The Pickem update is out. It's time to get the Pickems in, and we're going to be going through plenty of things today, not just what I think are the best Pickems, not just what I think is the best chance of getting yourself a diamond coin, or at least that next step towards the diamond coin, but we're also going to be looking at the Swiss stage and how it should play out, and which teams will probably have the highest chances of getting you that diamond coin, or at least putting you on the pathway to getting it. Also, Valve have blindsided us. They've changed how the Pickems work. I got baited. I'd put up my Pickems on Twitter thinking that this is just how it worked, and then shout out to Maui saying, I don't know if that's it. You know, we got 3 1s, 3 2s as the picks, and 3 0s as a double pick, and 0 3s as a double pick. But you gotta actually pick them. You can't just play the system, game the system like we used to for the Pickems. It's a bit different now. So this is where we start here. In the client, you'll get a message from Valve in the middle of the screen saying, hey, give me all your bloody money, mate. After, of course, you give Valve the bag, you're gonna activate your coin over on the left side, make sure you start the path to glory, to that diamond coin. So this whole page has a bunch of different things. Of course, there's the souvenir packages, which I think you get while they're live, or pick any finished match below and purchase a souvenir for that match for $4.60. That's not what I expected, but if you're into souvenirs, you can do that. It is going to be the first CS2 Major. You never know, those skins could be very valuable at some point. And then, of course, you have a team graffiti. I'm rocking the Mongolz graffiti. Yeah, the boys. Let's go. Do it for Asia. Get us that 3rd slot, baby. I'm fucking all in. I'm all in on Mongolz this time. Then, of course, there's a few different things here. You got the elimination stage, which hasn't started yet. These are the teams that are already there. Complexity, Mouse, Vitality, Spirit, FaZe, G2, VP, and Na'Vi. And then in the opening stage, you've got Cloud9, ENCE, FURIA, Heroic, Eternal Fire, APEKS, 9 Pandas, Soar, Pain, Imperial, Mongolz, Amkal, Ecstatic, Koi, aka Movistar. I don't think I'm ever going to stop calling him Movistar, whatever you want. Legacy, and Lynn Vision, the Chinese team, which every team is going to be very excited to have in their capsule, because the Chinese team making it to the major means there's going to be a lot of Chinese individuals spending a lot of that Chinese dosh into the capsules, and everybody here wins because of it, but the capsules aren't out yet. All right, let's kick it off by talking about the 3-0 pick. There are a couple of teams, I'd say about 4 teams, that I think should or could make it to that 3-0 advanced bracket. There's actually a sleeper 5th team, and it all boils down to the first round thing, but we'll talk about that later. Let's talk about favorites. Favorites-wise, Cloud9 are coming in as the top seed, and that means they're going to get the easiest game for themselves in every single stage of the Swiss bracket, even if things go wrong. But if things go right, they still will get those easier on paper games, and that's why I feel like Cloud9 should be one of the shoo-ins to go through in the 3-0 bracket. I would put them as a safer bet down here if we were talking about like old school Pickems, but we got new school baby, and you got to fully commit to that 3-0. So we got C9 in there, and on paper, Eternal Fire, I feel like, are going to be that second team that go through because of the way that their games work and who they're going to play. I don't think that there's a scenario where these two teams fight each other, so they should both have very good chances to make it through. Hot take for me would be like ENCE making it through. I feel like they look pretty good recently, and they've had a lot of time to incorporate Glaive now, so they could definitely be a bit of a sleeper there. But they might also be playing Cloud9 in like that 2-0 game if things work out that way. So I think that's going to make it a bit more difficult to justify that. Heroic could be a pick as well. Some people think they're chokers lately. I don't. But yeah, Eternal Fire for me is going to be that other 3-0 team. 3-1 and 3-2, let's talk about that. And there are many, many teams that can make it through here, because we got to talk about how these are best of ones in MR12, right? This whole first bracket, this whole second bracket down here, and then even this middle bracket, that's all best of ones with MR12, which means this is the upset territory. So this is where things can go wrong. Once we get to here, bloody here and here, that's when the favorites should really excel, and teams with a bigger map pool or a stronger map pool should be able to flex that. But before getting just to here, that's what we're focusing on. And I feel like ENCE needs to be in there. I feel like personally APEKS needs to be in there, and Heroic for me is like a must-have. You know, APEKS, their run, when I'm looking at it through the potential games that they're going to face, there's almost a chance that they like could be a sleeper 3-0 team, but it depends on what their form is like coming into the tournament. Leading up to the RMRs, they were a bit shaky, but through the RMRs, they looked pretty good. So I'm hoping for them that they do well. I, as a hot take, don't think FURIA are going to make it here, but as a favorite in a lot of those matchups and having a seed that will favor them against a lot of the, like they're on a high seed, right? We'll call teams high seed and low seed because they're still above the half that should be on like the bottom side of these games, on the right side of all of these games here. So they'll have a slight advantage going into the lower games if they do lose some games. And I feel like that's why there's a chance on paper that FURIA are going to be able to make it through, right? The other favorites for me are SOAR. And favorites, it was weird. So I didn't think too much of Ecstatic, but I watched Launder's video earlier for his Pickems, and he spun me a yarn. He spun me like a big old yarn. I don't think I'm going to do it. I feel like favorites-wise, like Mongolz, man. To me, that seems like bait. That seems like bait to say, but just wait until you see my Pickems that I am going to lock in later on. And then for the 0-3 on paper, the teams that feel like they are the weakest and get the weakest runs are actually going to be like, I want to say Lynn Vision, but when you talk about the bottom tier teams that are going to be in the 0-1s and 0-2s, like 0-1s, I feel like is where Lynn Vision's going to get the best chance to get them upset. But if they don't get it there, I don't really like their lack of depth in their map pool and their play, and they are coming in as like pretty much the bottom seed. So I feel like they should be a safe bet for a 0-3. The other safe bets for 0-3, I feel like a Legacy. If they have to play, you know, any of the other Brazilian teams, I don't know if that's going to go well. And I don't know how they're going to fare against some of the, you know, like the Imperials, who are pretty solid against your other domestic competition. And then like Amkal, there is some solid players on this team. The problem is consistency and what they're going to be able to do in a LAN environment with this kind of pressure. So for me, these two would be the safest. I'd almost say that is even safer, but Pain, you know, that Brazilian spirit, man, that always gets to me. And I feel like Lynn Vision, once they get in their own head and get tested against a couple of these teams, that's when, you know, they're going to lose confidence, lose faith, and lose 0-3. So there it is. This is the first edition, not looking at the potential upsets and the matchups, using a beautiful web tool, which we'll jump on into in a moment. But this, on paper, I feel like is what you would put if you want the best chance of getting a diamond coin. That being said, this is not what I'm locking in, so let's have a look. This beautiful tool, majors.im/24 Copenhagen. This is what is going to help us really break down how the matchups could play out. Now, this is, on paper, all of the favorites winning. If every favorite wins every single game during the opening stage, Cloud9 and Eternal Fire, best chance of being your 3-0 picks. 3-1s and 3-2s are ENCE, APEKS, Heroic, 9 Pandas, SOAR, and FURIA, which is almost what we had in there. I did change it up a little bit. I think I didn't have 9 Pandas because I've heard some really bad things about 9 Pandas. So I'm not super sold on them. They are coming in, as you can see, like third. Oh, what is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're coming in as like that 6th seed in the first round. And it's an interesting matchup that they have against Amkal, which I feel like they could even lose there. So I'm not feeling good for them moving there. But 0-3s, it has Koi and Legacy, and I just don't think Koi is that bad of a team to have this seed. Like, I think Koi is better than Amkal. I think Koi is much better than Legacy, much better than Lynn Vision, much better than Pain Gaming, should be able to beat Imperial. You know, I don't know if they're going to be able to beat Mongolz, but they're also a team that could beat Ecstatic. So this seed is a bait, is a big old bait. And you're looking down here, yes, if Mongolz don't beat Eternal Fire, this is going to be the matchup down here. So let's go team by team and see what their potential runs could hold. And because I'm biased as fuck for the Asia region, that's what you're here for, we're going to be talking about Mongolz. Now, I have a theory that Mongolz could be a 3-0 team, and it all boils down to game number 1, right? I've listened to a couple of people's opinions on this lineup and what they're going to be able to do here, and because they are so fierce and have been playing their own game at an incredible pace lately, in best of ones, they are the biggest upset team out of any of these low seed teams that you see on this list. Like maybe Ecstatic you could make a bit of an argument for, which Launders baited me into earlier, but Mongolz, let's talk them. If they can beat Eternal Fire in this best of one, I think they can beat literally anyone else on their way to a 3-0 pick. So let's see theoretically what would happen here. If Mongolz beat Eternal Fire, they would then have to play Cloud9. Cloud9 can look weak. This is still best of ones. This is still best of ones. And I feel like that is a possibility. If you then win here, you don't get a high seed. You go and play APEKS or what's the other option? SOAR. Like Mongolz SOAR for a qualification on day 3 of the major. Like I can see that happening. Honestly, SOAR, they're probably winning against Koi here. Like that could literally go either way, but theoretically they win. APEKS don't beat them because they look a little shaky. SOAR's been really good lately on LAN and online as well. They've really been playing out of their minds. If they come in with red hot form and they win this one, then Mongolz will have to play Heroic, not APEKS. And this is where I think things get a bit more difficult. In a best of 3, I feel like Heroic are going to edge them out. If it is APEKS, I don't know. What's happening here? If we end up getting some kind of upset and FURIA do get to this position, what happens then? Then Mongolz have to play Heroic anyway. I don't think Heroic lose any day to 9 Pandas. What if SOAR happens? So there is a scenario where if FURIA somehow beat ENCE, don't think that's going to happen, then SOAR... Wait, no, that's FURIA then Mongolz. And I think Mongolz wins that matchup every day. So there is multiple scenarios where we get to round 3 in best of 3, and Mongolz could be a 3-0 team. Hear me out. Tell me I'm fucking insane. Please tell me I'm insane. There are beatable teams in round 3. So, I'm going to commit it. I'm going to put my money where my bloody mouth is. 3-0. They're advancing. The problem for me now is because I've done that, I heavily thought that Eternal Fire was going to be one of these 3-0 teams. So, I can't put them as a 3-0 team if I think Mongolz are going to make it. I could split the difference and game the system, but I want all 10, baby. I want all 10. And if Eternal Fire lose first round, then I have to figure out if Mongolz and Cloud9 are going to face, you know, if I feel like Mongolz can win that, then I've got to lean towards like an ENCE or a FURIA. So because of that, let's see, if ENCE win here, ENCE play SOAR. So SOAR or ENCE would then be my other 3-0 pick. Because I don't think... Okay, if APEKS beats SOAR, which is pretty good likelihood, it could be a Heroic. So there's an angle where Heroic's there, but I feel like ENCE, there's more of a chance of ENCE beating Heroic. And I'm all in. And I've also got at least Glaive in my fantasy team for HLTV's fantasy league. So, hey. Off of that and the matchups and the run, boom, baby. ENCE and Mongolz up top. If this works out, I'm going to be crying in happiness, and it's going to be a glorious day. Confidence levels, down here. We already went over the good Pickems. You don't have to judge me for this one, but now we're going to get into the 3-1, 3-2 territory, and I've got some hot takes here before we look back at everything that goes down during the bracket and who plays who. I'm going to quickly put in who I think should be making it through in the 3-1, 3-2 after Mongolz, of course, beats Eternal Fire and Cloud9. They're going to be in that 3-1 bracket for sure. APEKS, I feel like they are almost a sure thing to go through. I've been really impressed with how they're playing. Heroic should be making it through. Boom, I'm going with that. I don't think that these teams are looking that hot, so I'm just going to put them there for the moment, and we'll see if they end up playing, and we have to, you know, shift around the teams and who's playing who, etc. I thought Imperial looked great, but I have a feeling they're going to choke because they got a lot of rookies. The rookies have played great in the RMRs, but going against international competition is a whole different beast, and that's where I get a little bit worried. Saw, I'm such a fucking fanboy for Saw. I think they're making it through at some point. I feel like they are a sleeper potential 3-0 team, but I'm not going to do it because I need this to happen to go 10 out of 10. FURIA, I think they're overrated. They beat some teams at the Americas RMR, but the teams they beat at the Americas RMR were not playing good. We watched it. We all watched it. And if you didn't watch it, I'm telling you, everyone they beat, everyone at the Americas RMR had really, really bad performances. And I'm super worried about Complexity moving into the elimination stage because they looked very, very shaky. Hopefully things get tightened up moving into the major. But for the moment, everyone's just been trying to feel out this newer update from CS2 where the Pickers advantage is gone. There's no Pickers advantage on LAN. Everyone's remembering, oh, that's right, we got to play Counterstrike like this again. And there's been enough time now where a lot of teams should have worked that out. But for this slot, I have been sold. I have been sold by the storyline of the home team advantage. Ecstatic is going in there for me. Launder's video, he literally convinced himself to put him in there, but I'm going wild. This is Mac R/gone wild. You're seeing it right here. This is what I'm thinking is going to be going down, but let's jump on into the majors.im and have a quick look at how the pathways of all these teams are going to look. Let's go 0-3 teams first because it'll be the easiest to sort of clear up. Pain and Legacy, do they have to play each other for that first 0-3 slot? That's what I'm interested in, so let's have a look. Before we do this, I am very aware that I'm doing a lot of yapping. If you want my shorter videos, please hit that motherfucking sub button because I do short videos too. I know I've done some longer ones recently. I don't know if you like it or not, but that sub button will shut me up. And then comment as well, say this video was way too long, Mac. Please shorten it up. Shut the fuck up. Give us the short content and I'll go back to doing that. But for the moment, I'm all hyped up. I'm all rizzed up. I'm so excited for the major. It's coming up in a couple of days. Probably going to be watch partying it, and I hope you're there to watch it with me. And if not, I'll jump onto someone else's channel and just, farm content that way. Beautiful. Anyway, back into the Pickems. Theory crafting. Legacy. What's your run? I don't think Legacy beat FURIA, even if Cold and the boys pop off. I think FURIA are just that little bit better at beating domestic competition. So Legacy will be going down to... I've got to kind of commit to this theory that Mongolz are beating Eternal Fire. I've got to commit to it for the way that it plays out here. So Legacy will not be beating Eternal Fire in this bracket. And if Eternal Fire win, Legacy will not be beating Ecstatic in this bracket. So that will send them down to here. Oh, Lynn Vision is a team that they can beat. Like, that's just it. Like, Lynn Vision is a team that they can beat for sure. I need to have Pain Gaming losing here somewhere. Like, look at this. So Lynn Vision, if they lose, will have to play Pain Gaming in a 0-1, which is winnable for Lynn Vision. Shit. And if Pain do lose here, if I want Lynn Vision to win, then there you go. So Pain and Legacy have to play for that 0-3. Oh, this is hard. This is really hard now. Because I don't think any of these other teams that could end up on this side of the bracket. Like, that's bait as... That's so bait. That's so bait. Do Lynn Vision win? Or do they choke, man? Do they win or do they choke? It's killing me. I want to believe that the Asian team has a solid showing, but I feel like Pain... Oh, maybe Pain is just that little bit too good. So I'm going to be a Lynn Vision hater. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, all my homies in Asia. We are a one-team bandwagon this time. Chinese CS, not there. Mongols to the bloody moon. We have to split the difference somewhere, and that's what it's going to be. So they're going to be the 0-3 picks. And now let's theory craft how the hell we get this to happen. Because Ecstatic low bracket run is like what kind of has to happen, I think. And Saw might have a better angle. Let's see. What are these matchups? Don't give me this. Don't give me this Ecstatic Saw fucking matchup, bro. What if this happens? APEKS beat Cloud9 there. C99 Pandas. Saw over Ecstatic. No! Koi and FURIA. Fuck. The seeding's cooking me. Fuck Pickems, bro. I can't get what I want. This is terrible. Oh, I'm having like an aneurysm trying to make this work. I don't think we can go for what we want. So if C9 can't win against Mongolz, then Saw have their number. And then I get APEKS, ENCE, and Saw. Yep, because APEKS beats 9 Pandas, ENCE beats Eternal Fire. And then there's no world where Eternal Fire lose to that. Yep. Okay, alright, we are on the biggest bloody copium train we've ever seen. Ecstatic, Eternal Fire, Cloud9, Saw, ENCE, APEKS. Alright, this is red hot. This is not what I expected to do. And if this works, I'm a genius. I'm a goddamn copianated genius. And you'll have to hit that sub button. Alright, make sure it happens. Let's go, lock her in. The button's under my webcam here, but boom, picks have been saved. I'm not touching them again. We got 2 days till the major. Stop the vote. That's it. Is it going to be this? Is it going to be this? I don't know. Tell me which one you think it's going to be in the comments below. Tell me if you think I'm crazy or if it's going to be favorites making it through. Oh, I'm just like full huffing the copium here, but it's got to be done. Someone's got to do it. And I'm the crazy guy to believe. Hey guys, thanks again for watching the video. Let me know down below in the comments how much copium is too much copium, and did I overdose today? The answer is probably yes. Also like the video, also sub if you want more of these videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the bloody next one.